Can you believe it's Monday again?
I don't know. It's nuts.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
It is.
And that's a tough time for people who have lost people who were offering themselves for service. So do ponder that. If you're going to wish somebody a happy Memorial Day, make sure it really is a happy Memorial Day for them, and not a remembrance of something difficult.
That is true. What is remembered lives.
What is remembered lives, absolutely.
They will not grow old as we grow old. Age will not weary them.
Age will not weary them, yeah. Not trying to be a downer, but just trying to...
That's what Memorial Day is about.
Right.
So.
It's awareness of,
those that have paid the
ultimate price, right?
Ultimate sacrifice.
So we'll just start there by saying...
We honor them.
We honor those who have...
Yes, we do.
Given for us.
Yes, we do.
All right.
But for a lot of other people in Muggledom now...
It means I have Monday off and I can do what I want.
It's beautiful weather. It's a barbecue. It's whatever.
Family time, whatever they're going to do. So that's awesome, and they should enjoy it.
So, hello Gilda. So we'll see who joins us today, because
I said I think we should skip today because I don't think people are going to be paying attention because everybody's got other things to do
out there. Well, it's going to be recorded for posterity, so you can always go back. It's our little podcast. Oh, hello, Peggy, new viewer. Hello.
Oh.
Welcome.
New viewer, okay.
I think so. I
don't know.
Well, maybe Peggy's not a new viewer per se. Easy for me to say, apparently.
But this is the first time you recall seeing her.
I did. Well, the first time she's joined in on the chat, which is wonderful. So, welcome. Thank you for coming. I raised my tea mug to you.
We're having tons of tea this morning.
Oh, I love it. You bought this whole big...
I bought a pound of loose Earl Grey.
And one of our friends a while back gave you a little teapot, didn't they? And we finally got around to using it. It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it has like a strainer, and you put the tea in the center, and then you pour the hot water on, and then it has a plunger.
Boiling water. Trouble is, Americans don't know how to make tea.
Well, thankfully I have a Brit, so my tea's fine. Although I will say, I think I make my tea stronger than yours.
Probably could have brewed it longer. That's all.
Because I'm used to drinking coffee.
Gobby. Which is fun, It's all good and fabulous. So, hope everybody's doing wonderfully well today. So, what's on the cards? What's on the cards for today?
Well, you know me. I always like to talk about astrology, so I thought I'd start there.
Why not?
And we were having a discussion yesterday in the chakra crystal class about different people's natal charts and looking at transits that were happening to them at that time, that kind of thing. And if you have an astrological event and you're not sure of what it may be predicting, you could look back to see in history when or if that configuration happened prior to get an idea of what might be happening this time. Now, that said, we know all the planets move at different...
It's a merry dance.
Yeah.
It's a merry dance.
So just because one particular planet may be in the same spot, there may be different other players in different signs. But I think it's very interesting that one of the outer planets, Uranus, that has an 84-year cycle.
84 years.
Yeah. Wow. Earth years, yeah.
So one Plutonian year, was it 84 years long then?
Uranian
year. We're talking about
Uranus, yeah.
Uranus.
Pluto's a whole nother...
Pluto's
like
probably
280 years or something. I don't remember. I have to go look. But
wow.
But anyway, Uranus helps us deal with old age. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It helps us deal with old age. And it's known as like the planet of chaos, panic, and disorder.
Sounds Aquarian to me.
Yeah. It rules Aquarius. It's the modern ruler of Aquarius. But it's also the planet of awakening. Right? It wants us to wake up from our slumbers, which I think we really need to do. I've been talking to a few different people and saying, how do we wake people up? It's
I
like
don't
everybody's
know.
fallen into this drag of a
It's almost
isolation.
I think there was a Pink Floyd song, wasn't there? Comfortably Numb. And I
Yeah.
think this is what's become to a
Kinda
lot of
where we are,
like just
yeah.
comfortably numb. Hello, Sue. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. Glad you can make the live today.
All right, so the planet of awakening, Uranus, is going to be moving further along through Taurus, right? So you have this focus of what it tells us what it wants us to wake up to, right? So Taurus is the fixed earth. Taurus time of year is all about spring and plants and nature and fauna and all that kind of stuff. So in the sign that it's in, it tells us what it would like us to wake up to. And Uranus is going to be moving through the second decadent into the third decadent. It's going to be moving 21 degrees Taurus.
So we have to explain what decadence mean to these people out here. It's like there's 3 10-degree segments, so hence decadent. Yes, sorry.
It's okay.
It's like she'll go like you're an expert astrology, you know.
All right. Well, decade or decimal, they all get
comes from 10. Yep.
It's a 10 slot of 30. So it's moving into 20 to 21 degrees Taurus for the end of June here, and we haven't seen that since 1939, 1940.
Oh, well, that was not a good time in world politics.
It was a very interesting time. And yeah, so I think that things are going to just really be focused on like brighten the corner where you are.
I think so.
And trying to make the most of your life in general, but also nurture the planet.
Nurture nature.
And learn how to be kind. All right, so we've got that going on. Now, a really positive planet is Jupiter.
The Great Benefic, so
Right?
it's called.
And when two bodies travel together, it's called a conjunction.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
And button or is what I live for. Anyway, so it means that these two bodies or two characters are acting as one, right? Because if you looked out at them, it would be hard to discern one from the other. So the conjunction means they're near the same degree and they're traveling together. And Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion and growth and the future, right? Where, take in that spiritual energy and make it a reality. How do you want to filter this for yourself to grow? Is at 3 degrees Taurus. Again,
Focusing
earth. On nature and
nurturing
the planet, and exactly. And it is conjunct the North Node.
Ooh, don't know much about my lunar nodes.
The North Node is a very feminine, mothering energy.
Okay.
It talks about our future and our vision. So now this conjunction, here's your energy to expand. What are you looking forward to? Here's your energy to grow. What is it you want to grow? Here's your luck. Where do you want to place your bet, kind of thing. Right? So these guys are traveling together in a very early degree of Taurus. And Uranus is traveling in a very late degree of Taurus. And some of you may have felt like time was really accelerated. I
Say
know
that again.
I know that we've had this conversation before, and we've said, the older we get, the quicker time goes.
Well, it's a diminishing ratio, isn't it? It's because, like, one day, if you were a year old, one day is 365ths of your life, or 365th of your life.
Oh, it's better to use this ratio. If you're 5
years,
1 year is 20% of your life.
20% of your life.
If you're 50, it's only 2.
Yeah.
It's easier that way, thank you.
Yeah, you're right. She's right. I can't argue with that. I was getting too granular.
Yeah. No, he doesn't tend to exaggerate at all. No.
Well, no, it was just not a useful fraction, that.
Not really. You have to work with 365ths in your mind. So. Anyway, so we always say, the older you get, the quicker time seems to go, and that is true. But we do have some serious cycles of quick phases of things that are happening. Yeah. So the full moon that's coming is the Sag full moon, or the strawberry moon.
I dig Sages.
I dig strawberries. Yeah.
We got strawberries.
We're going to have to do some harvesting.
We may actually go and take some pictures today of our strawberry bed.
And
one of them.
This is going to be finishing up an eclipse cycle. So you may have noticed that the last couple of weeks were just like zoom, 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 quick twists and turns. And
there was an element of freneticism, I think, I would describe it.
Trying to be the catcher at home plate when the guy is throwing these crazy balls over
just
your head.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah. So very quick-paced events. A lot of life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. How are you going to turn around and go in the other direction? And part of that is because Mercury's gone direct. So things that were slowed down are now starting to move quicker. And when Mercury gets out of its shadow, it's going to be in cahoots with Uranus.
Oh, no.
So it's going to...
This could be good or bad.
Add to this information to help you focus and wake up.
There may be an outpouring of new information from all over the place.
So you may notice that this month the pace increases from last month. Yeah.
Help.
Especially towards the end of June, you're going to see Mercury move completely through Gemini, which it rules. So there's like this increased energy of information, very quick communication, downloads of things, hurry up, get it done yesterday kind of pace.
It's like almost too much information to handle.
Then you've got this hearkening back to 1940 situation going on, and you've got this focus on nature, and you'll start, I think, to really see things shift up a notch with people who want to eat food as medicine, not poison. So there's going to be, I think, a bigger focus over these next, the rest of this year, really, but increasing focus on organic foods, animal husbandry,
sounds like a plan of ours.
Yeah, treating things right. Well, what I'm getting at is I think that if we're going to make this lunge forward with Celtica, this month is really the time.
It's an opportune time
to get it going.
We've got to get the message out to a lot more people. That's the thing. We're still too much.
And a shout out to all the people who came to the psychic fair.
Thank you. Thank you.
We did really, really well with our bake sale and tombola and raffles. And we raised just over $600, which really wasn't bad.
In the space of an afternoon, is
considering
wonderful,
there wasn't an awful lot of foot traffic. What you got?
Mama Lena says, hello, thank you for joining us. Forewarned. Forewarned is armed. It's actually forewarned is forearmed. I think it's Shakespearean, but I don't know. I can't spell or grammar, so forgive me. Listen, I'm the same. I struggle with English.
But yeah, you really are going to have to put on your your sorting hat or your
Oh, no.
eyes of discernment.
Discernment.
Well,
That's
because
a good thing.
you want to
isn't it?
figure out when you have these kind of things happening. It's like sorting out what is real from what isn't real. What
Sorting
do I
the wheat from the
need?
chaff.
What do I need to focus on? What do I not need to focus on? Right. So we always say worrying is manifesting in reverse.
Tis. And
So-
sometimes it can be a great time robber. You know, you find yourself fretting about something which you don't need to be fretting about, and wasting an awful lot of time on something you could be more productive doing. You know?
Right. But we do want to say thank you to the people who came out. We had
Yes.
some really cool things. I had made lavender brownies with lavender icing. They were so good.
They were.
And Linda made anise hyssop sugar cookies. They are
You
phenomenal.
bought the remainder
I
of
bought
them.
what was left. I spent $40 on the bake sale, I have to admit. But that's all good because I wanted to have a couple of them with my tea in the morning. So
Well, you know, you've still got tea.
I still have tea.
It's not technically morning though now. You have
Well,
to be like.
in my world, you know. Anyway.
I hear what you're saying.
So that's what I've got for you. I think that this full moon is finishing up an eclipse cycle. It's in Sagittarius because the sun is in Gemini. You've got all this stuff going on with Mercury, Uranus, Jupiter, North Node. There's a tremendous amount of growth being offered, but you have to have your head screwed on to keep up with it, right? Things are going to whoosh by you if you don't get a bigger catcher's mitt.
Just a bit outside. I love that film. Gosh, it was really interesting. You know, sometimes you get little themes of things popping up all over the place.
Oh, especially if you're reading.
Yeah, one of the little meme or little bits of wisdom that flew across my Facebook feed. Not that I spend much time on there, just very briefly. I'm not somebody you want to make friends with on Facebook. I'll ignore you because I'm never there. But I was just looking at this, and it was a picture of a bridge, and it was a really beautiful bridge actually on the Appalachian Trail. I want to think it was on, which is a lovely wooden suspension bridge, and it was about this guy that realised the value of bridges, and then he got all philosophical about it. You know, it isn't just something that gets you across to the other side. It's like it has a deeper meaning than that, of like bringing people together, because he said the number of people he sat there to eat his lunch, and the number of people that arrived and sat and talked with him for a while, and just, you know, yeah. But that's the thing. So my nugget of wisdom for you guys is look at what somebody's saying to you, you know, or what somebody's spewing on TV or whatever. If it seeks to divide and polarize people and set people against people, you know, it's not for real. It's a harmful, bad thing. The positive thing is a thing that tries to bring people together. We are the United States of America.
Well, try to meet people halfway, right?
So yeah, let's be united. Let's work together. Let's reach out a hand of friendship. Let's help the person who's just, you know, turned their ankle or whatever, rather than walk on, and just, you know, simple little things. Open a door for somebody. Smile. Just smile at somebody. It can make a massive difference. And if we start doing these tiny little things each and every day, and we make it part of our practice, we're going to start to find that this really bizarre polarization and enforced isolation and comfortably numb, where we've all been sort of like isolated from each other and quite hostile and fearful of each other. And
Well, we were told don't go be social,
Yeah.
you're going to die.
But let's start bringing it back.
Let's get our lives
together.
back, yes.
Let's start being, you know, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, and it really is so important, you know. And if you want to accuse me of being woke, well, hell, you'll sleep if you're not. So that's all I'm saying, you know. Well, I actually care about people, and so should you. So,
This is not a political show.
oh well, that doesn't mean you can't express a political opinion.
Where's
Oh,
the candle?
the candle. Put the candle
There's
back.
no candle in the cauldron.
What happened to the candle?
I think it's back here.
I know.
It's right here.
Do we need a
The
candle?
candle's in the other cauldron.
We need a candle because we're going to pull a card. What are we going to do?
No, we're gonna
light
a little candle.
Oh, we're going to send some energy out
for everybody to
nice.
Remember that they are a being of light,
Mm.
and to get ready for the awakening.
Mm.
The awakening of this week and month. So you can just focus a little bit on that energy there.
Mm.
And feel yourself not being stressed and realizing that you are awake and ready, and that doesn't matter about the chaos. You're going to figure out what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maybe we can pull a card for the week and see what it's going to be like.
Well, Gilda gets a card
Gilda
anyway,
gets a
because
card.
Gilda's a channel member. If you guys don't notice this, or if you've not, joined us, got opportunity to join us live, if you're a channel member, one of the shameless things that we do all the time is we'll pull a card for you just for being a channel member, because you showed up at one of our lives, and we thank you for it. We appreciate it greatly. So, you doing it? Me doing it? Who's doing it?
You do Gilda, and I'll do the card of the week, and then we'll see if anybody has any other questions.
Oh, Gilda.
Oh, nice.
You couldn't ask for better. This is a Ten of Pentacles. This is a really, really beautiful card. And ostensibly, I want to say on the face of it, but it's actually slightly behind the face of it. This really shows, it's the quintessential, copaesthetic card. There's a lot of fancy words, isn't it? I don't know what
Quintessential copaesthetic.
Quintessential copaesthetic card. I mean, everything's going okay. Everybody's getting on with everybody else, We've got this wonderful sort of, cohesive family. Even the animals are, getting on. Nobody's tearing anything up. We've got this beautiful foundation and all that sort of stuff. So this actually is a really... I use this as my old money or established, strong established values card. However, there is another message which is literally hidden in plain sight of this, and that is the 10 discs on this card, the 10 pentacles. They actually represent the Sephiroth on the Kabbalah, on the Tree of Life. They're actually positioned exactly that. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. And you have to realize that this actually speaks not just about physicality, but the journey up the tree, the actual growth. And I think this is a great time for you to grow, and to grow in every respect. Hopefully not laterally like me, but to grow in every respect, to become wiser and to become more knowledgeable, particularly of yourself. And I think that's the key, isn't it? Is learning about ourselves.
Well, that's the mystery, isn't it? First,
that is the great mystery. It really is. If that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will never find it without. So you have the answer to literally everything within you, and the ability to do literally everything within you. It's just, you've just got to figure out how. But I think you're well on the way to do this. This card speaks volumes, and it's an excellent card. Let's see, I've got them the right way up. There you go.
All right, so I'm going to pull card of the week, because I don't think we're going to stay on a whole hour today.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Because I guess people are out doing things. I don't see masses of people here, but it's nice. I mean,
there's
it's
a
nice
few
to see.
people. I'm not saying I don't honor the people who have showed up. I'm just saying that everybody has stuff to do.
So if you guys want to be...
us,
actually, there's more people joining us now. There's we've suddenly just jumped up a little bit. So if you say hello, if you're here, punch that like button and thumbs up and everything. Hello, Kayla. Welcome. So that's cool. So
all right, so this is card for this week.
This week.
Knowing that we're finishing an eclipse cycle, that we're having a full moon, and all kinds of wild stuff's going on. Fives are struggles.
Can be.
But this is the 5 of Pentacles. So it is about reality-based things. And again, I think I'm going to reiterate, figure out what is real and what is false. Mm-hmm. And if you're feeling like you don't belong, or you're feeling like you're being left out, have a look in the mirror and say, is this because people are pushing me away? Or is this because I'm staying away? Right? So what's causing that feeling? Maybe it's a little bit of both. But I think that this is about working through relationships. And I think that this week, relationships are very important, right? Don't burn any bridges.
True. That's never good.
Think about why you might be feeling the way you feel, or why the other person might be feeling the way they feel. And try to kind of, meet that halfway. So I think this is a week of discernment.
Oh, can I speak on that? And hello, oh, excuse me, Victorian D Music. I guess you must do some kind of music. That's cool. We like music. Carol's just joined us. So hello, Carol. Carol gets a card because she's a channel member. And if you guys want to become a channel member, by the way, just please go ahead and do that. If you're a customer at the store, the wonderful thing is it isn't going to cost you a cent, because you're actually going to gain a cent every month. You will get $5 in karma points every single month. So that kind of offsets the $4.99 cost of being a sweep team. But the idea of being a sweep team member is to try and spread the word about our channel, and share our posts and interact and all that fun stuff, and help us to become less of a well-kept secret, because we have this wonderful ulterior motive,
Celtica.
to try and get Celtica going, and we're getting somewhere with it. We've got a fantastic opportunity. If you haven't seen the video, please watch the video.
Right. Maybe I'll put the video in the comments here.
We could do that.
If you're just coming on to this program, later on, and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the video to Celtica in the comments. And we did find someone who's going to help with fundraising. Our issue is the pressure of securing the property. We know that once we have the property, we'll be able to build it, maintain it, and make it work with no problem. The business plan is really cool. It's getting the property that's a sense of urgency right now.
It's kind of key.
But that's what I'm saying. This Jupiter conjunct North Node is a really great opportunity. So I did write to a grant foundation, and we'll see. Maybe we'll get a positive reaction.
That's true, but I mean, every little helps. Just it's telling somebody. You tell somebody, somebody else tells somebody, and before you know it, that person is like disgustingly rich and thought, well, this would be a really good use of my money. So yeah, I would like to support that. Excuse me so much. I just want to come back to
card
this
of the week, and then we'll pull a card for Carol. She's a channel member.
You're going to pull a card for Carol. And if you want a card today, become a channel member. There you go. Or if you don't want to become a channel member, you can throw us a super chat and we'll pull you a card. But there you go. So this is interesting. Lisa was saying about relationship being key and difficulty in relationship, because fives are a bit of a struggle. They can be. And this card doesn't look particularly warm and fuzzy, And if we look very closely at this person, I mean, you're going to need your own little deck here to be able to see this really well. But around this person's neck here, the funnel on crutches all bandaged up, is a bell, yeah? And why do we suppose he's wearing that belt? Well, it's because he's suffering from leprosy. And people were so frightened of leprosy that lepers were required to wear a bell around their necks so that everybody could run and hide, because they thought they could catch leprosy by just seeing this person, which of course is completely untrue. In fact, we now know it's nowhere near as communicable as we thought it was. You could probably kiss him full on the lips without getting leprosy. But the long and the short of it is, people were so frightened of it, so misunderstood, so polarized against it, if you will, that, shun him, literally shun him, keep him away from us. But who makes him wear that bell? Who makes him? The answer is, he wears it himself. He wears that badge. He puts the bell on every day. So think about what you are being burdened with internally, what badges you take up, and what you think others think of you, and how that's determining how you interact in this world. Are you truly an outcast? No, you're not. you know, I get it. I get it. It's so.
It's going to be a crazy week,
It
but
is,
we really
but-
do need to kind of overcome this separation
We
stuff.
do. You know, you think about it, if we feel like we've been ostracized, if we've been cast aside by the pack, we're a communal animal. We need others to survive. You know, I've met very, very few people in my life with a requisite skill set to do absolutely everything. Everything.
A lot of people like to be hermits, though.
But yeah, they still might need somebody. I mean, they might be the most incredible chef in the world, and they can catch animals and all that, but they can't fix the car.
Bring this round now to advice for the week, please.
The advice for the week is integrate, bring, and if you see somebody who's feeling like that, extend a hand of friendship, you know, and think about what it is that you think about yourself. You know, are your thoughts towards yourself helpful? Are they derogatory or are they beneficial? And Samaj has joined.
Samaj has joined us,
And he's joined as an A-list member. Oh, Samaj. Why? Well, you get a card too.
you get a card.
You definitely
Well, we do
do.
Carol first because she was here first.
Well,
in
go for it.
fairness. But Samaj says maybe it's time to do a good old-fashioned telethon.
Telethon.
Can you see Anton playing the Jerry Lewis part?
What? Okay. I think I know what you guys are talking about. Listen, I have a very sheltered existence, you know. I was just a humble computer programmer living in rural Wales before I met this one.
All right, Carol, this is your card for the week. Oh, haha, Virgo. This is your hermit card. All right. I think that this is a card for you for inspiration, right? So the hermit may be in a quiet place, but he's there purposefully to focus and learn. And sometimes life events, world events, things just kind of take all of our time away from our seeking higher knowledge. But I think this week for you and this full moon is going to bring back that energy of some aha moments. So I would definitely get out the weirdness journal and take some notes of things as you're thinking them, and then kind of see what that common thread is by the time we get to the full moon at the end of the week. Yeah, there might be a download for you. The stars are in alignment for downloads, so let's see what happens.
Would you do, Samaj?
I will.
Because I had the joy of meeting with him the other day. So.
All right, I will do Samaj.
All right.
And Samaj, I will tell you that you get to go to a secret place on the station now.
You got access to something other people don't.
And
Well, unless you're an A-list member.
You will get, you still get your $5 in karma points.
That you do.
But you also get to get into the secret place. All right.
Well, it's not secret.
It's not secret to the
You just
people
can't.
who are on the A-list.
You just can't get there if you're not on the A-list.
All right.
Oh, hello.
All righty. So, 2 aces, and aces signal new beginnings. So the first card is the Ace of Wands. New ideas, new energy, growth, and things that propel us forward. The second card is a card of discernment. And sometimes I use the minor arcana to give us an astrological clue in a little different way. I know that this symbol is the symbol for Libra, the scales, but because this card is the 6th card, a 6th card, I sometimes associate it with 6th house, which is work and well-being. So I feel like something is inspiring you to get back to work and to get back to the work that serves your well-being. So I don't know. I almost feel like you may open a business or relaunch a business that might have to do with your spiritual work. And I think that it has all the marks of looking at being very, very successful.
I
think that's a good reading.
think that about nails it. Oh, I love it.
Oh, and Cass. Cass is here.
Oh, hello. I didn't. Where did she appear? Where?
I see her at the bottom there. She's sandwiched between samajas. You see the big red heart? Who is that?
Carol.
Oh, that's Carol, not Cass. Oh, okay. Sorry. I can't see from here. I thought it was... I saw a C. I thought it was Cassie.
I don't know. It's one of these things. I'm loving the people that are joining us today. It's so nice. If you listen...
I love the people that join us every day.
Well, exactly. If you haven't mashed that like button yet, do us a favour and just go ahead and smack it. Smack that. Spam it. Whatever you do. Ah, yes. Discernment, yes. Discernment, and there's definitely something in the works, says Samaj.
Yes,
so, yeah, I'm sure of it.
Well, again, we have this opportunity. Jupiter conjunct the North Node, 3 degrees in Taurus. Here's your luck. Where do you want to place your bet? Here's your energy to expand. What do you want to focus it on? And nurturing and nature are this combination. So you can nurture yourself, you can nurture your environment, you can make really positive strides, you know. And this month, if you thought last month went quickly, holy macaroni.
June's going to be a flash in the pan.
Mercury's going to make it all the way through Gemini.
Gosh.
Yeah, and just, it's like a quickening, but it's a quickening in a positive way. You know, it's a quickening in a positive way. And again, remember you are light. Remember that you are a spiritual being having a physical incarnation. And remember your light. Can you read? Because I can't see very well.
I guess Victoria D. Music is not in these parts. Where in the world are you? Because so glad to be finally here live. I actually woke up early enough, lol. So early enough would indicate that you perhaps are in not in the immediate locale, which is fine. I know people join us all over the place. Probably in Australia or something like that.
I don't know. We have people from all over. Well, because, you know, we've been in business 30 years. We have clients from all over the world.
Oh,
Japan.
Jen's saying the energy has been crazy. Well, you know, that's Uranus, isn't it?
Chaos, panic, and disorder. My work here is done.
It's no, you know, chaos sometimes can be good. When things go not entirely as planned. Oh, Kayla sent us a super chat, so now we've got to do a card for Kayla.
I'm taking my former life and
Pink skill. I'm just a night bird. Oh, well, fair play to you. That's totally fine. That's absolutely totally fine.
All right, so we'll pull a card for Kayla.
There you go. Gosh, what fun.
Kayla, this is the victory card.
This card does not suck.
No. This is also a 6 card, which to me means there's a focus on work and service and health. But there's a big leap forward here. I don't know if you're trying to learn another language or if you just feel like people are speaking a foreign language to you. But I think that understanding and communication is going to be a really good thing for you these next few days. And this is your card basically for the week. So victory and understanding. I think things are going to be really good.
All right. I love it. Guys, it's what a joyful bunch of people today. I think there is, I feel there is this
energy.
There is this new hope. Is that
oh
kind
yeah,
of
absolutely.
Sense?
That Jupiter
There's like
conjunct
a new hope.
North Node. Yeah.
And it's good because I think we've been browbeaten for so long now, and the zeitgeist has taken pummeling, hasn't it?
Well, that Jupiter North Node energy is like fuel or propulsion for the other things that we're trying to, navigate through.
Yep.
But again, this is all about, it's pedal to the metal this month. Right?
Zoom!
Hope you have enough gas to go this fast. There's no conserving. You have to just go.
I read somewhere that a Bugatti Veyron will drain its fuel tank in 8 minutes at full throttle. Yeah,
never know.
that's like at 220 miles an hour. That's that's probably a bit too fast. Certainly on the throughway. Explain that speeding ticket to somebody. Yes. Oh gosh. What can I tell you? If you guys got opportunity, go check out our Celtica video. Please do.
I will put a link down below.
Spread the word all over the place.
And like I say, thank you so much to the people who came out for our anniversary. The church was able to raise just over $600, and that was really, really wonderful when you think it was a 5-hour day.
Just for a few hours in the afternoon. It was lovely.
But thank you to the people, the community, and thank you to the people from the church who came and ran the raffles and the tombola and the bake sale, and people who baked. Thank you. Cass is here now, I think.
She is now.
I see another C.
You're not wrong. She is. I guess people are just waking up late. Which is fine.
And then there's somebody else. Samaj, I see, says something here.
Yeah. No, I'm loving. Samaj was suggesting we do like a kind of telethon, and I'm vibing to that idea. We must conspire and see how we can make it happen. Peggy says, "Goodness gracious me! I would like to thank you both for being here live today. I'm generally working on Monday. I appreciate your lives very much. It's an hour of beautiful energy and inspiration. Thank you." Well, no, thank you for joining us. No, thank you for the kind words. That's really very sweet.
So it's your turn to do a card, and Cass, as a channel member, gets a card.
She does. So this came out before.
Oh, right.
I refer you back to the lesson we were talking about, discernment. And this very much is discernment.
So this is for Cass.
Yeah. Honestly, where I come from, 6 divides so easily by 2. But this person's getting 4. This person may not get anything at all. But here's the thing. This minor arcana justice card, if you will, this person's figured out how to assess the situation properly. And not everything is as it appears, because if you look really closely, and it's what I love about the tarot, you've got to look a little closer. This person here has got a very conspicuous red ticket stuck out of there.
Yeah, people don't notice that there's a little red ticket, like you're going to the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. People.
So not as impoverished or as needful as perhaps they're making out. So, whoever shouts loudest, they say this squeaky wheel gets oiled first. That may not be where you need to put your immediate attention.
Right, because you see, he's giving his money to the other beggar.
Yes. So it really is about discernment here. And I think there is an element of you, Cass, needing to be the matriarchal peacekeeper here. and balancing things out and metering out resources appropriately. But you're up for the gig, you know that. You've got this. You've totally got this. So just use that discernment.
But it's interesting that this card came in Samaj's reading as well.
It did, and we talked about discernment as well for the week. How you perceive things.
How you look at things.
How you perceive things.
It's just like things are so accelerated, and we can enjoy it if we choose to, right? The T-shirt that I wore on Saturday just said, "Choose joy." And that's important to remember. You can choose joy.
It is
right?
a choice.
It doesn't mean that everything has to be, 100% wonderful. But look to find the joy in something, right? Because sometimes even a lesson can be joyful.
It can be.
You just have to look for that little piece that is good and grow that, rather than think, oh my God, I can't keep up and I'll never keep up and I'm going to get tsunamied. It's going to be horrible. Stop. There must be something that you can accomplish that brings you peace of mind, even if it's something small. And no matter what's happening, there's always a reason for it, even if we don't understand. And just, pay attention and look for the good.
Samaj was saying that was on his coffee cup on Saturday. Choose joy.
Oh, that's
I
so
love
funny.
it. I love
That's
it.
the shirt I wore because I just thought, it's going to be really hot and I don't want to get too dressed up, but I just want that message out there. I want people to remember it's a choice.
It is.
It
is. Everybody goes around like, you see my happiness? Have you got my happiness? Is it under here? Who's got my happiness? It's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
I mean,
just gotta
sometimes
look for it
really,
inside.
really difficult, heavy stuff is going on.
Oh, yeah.
And it can really bring you to a place you think you're never going to crawl out of. But the way forward is to find joy in something, even if it's something small. And it will grow, and you will dig out,
Mm-hmm. We have this saying, and we probably use it way too much, but what you focus on comes into focus. And it really is that brutal or simple truth, If you look at everything as a problem, you're going to see problems everywhere.
Right. Look for the good news. Don't focus on the bad news.
Exactly.
Look for the good news.
And that's what. And if somebody's in a funk, then just a hand on the shoulder or a smile or just
Power of touch is
here's
amazing.
some chocolate.
Give them some chocolate, yeah. Or one of them yummy cookies. No, they can't have my cookies. So.
I will fight for my cookie.
But really, the power of touch is important. A smile, like Anton was saying
yeah.
before, or a hello. We have to get people out of this habit of not paying attention to each other. So,
Yep.
see how you can spread some love and some joy.
And you can. It's infectious. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's brilliant, and it has immediate, palpable effect. I mean, I'll give you an example of what it's like. We've all been to a crowded bar or a crowded restaurant. Everybody's louder than everybody else, and you're having to yell at the person next to you to be heard. But if you suddenly just speak very, very quietly, the person then leans in to see what on earth you're saying. And it becomes this ripple effect. You'll find that it just spreads, and everybody like, what are they talking about? And the noise just diminishes. It's and it becomes peaceful.
I don't know about that, but
no, it's doable.
Well, we're
it's
in New
so
York,
doable.
dear.
Yeah, it works. It works. And the same with spreading joy. You know how fast anger spreads, or whatever.
Pointless.
You can rile up a whole room, just but you can light up a room too. You can just by being that joy. So, in a world where you can literally be anything, be kind. And I think that really is the message for
this week, especially.
For this week.
Yeah, no,
be
things are
kind.
just...
And be kind to yourself.
Understand it's not just you. Everybody is feeling this pedal to the metal acceleration. But use the wonderful opportunities that are here. Use that quickening. Use that communication. Use the awakening energy.
Samaj says, when I had my salon, our tagline was "Feel the love." You had a salon, you did bonnets and stuff like that. Well, no hope for me. I didn't know that about.
I didn't know.
Cool for you. I never knew that. How about that? A talent. I love people. So many hidden talents.
Could you read that again? Because I didn't. You said this tagline was...
When I had my
Feel the
salon,
love?
our tagline was "Feel the love." It
Feel
was a
the
real
love.
thing, and how folks were responding was great. Yeah, be kind. It costs you nothing.
Exactly.
It's money. It's money in the karma bank too,
Yeah.
and it is money in the karma bank.
Yep.
I love your analogy of the karma being that little wheeled
Red
wagon that you drag around with you
That was
everywhere.
funny, yeah.
You fill it with bricks or
Right.
flowers.
When I was growing up, we used to play cards once a week. We played Pinochle. I love Pinochle. I keep telling Carol I want her to come play Pinochle with me because I don't have any people to play Pinochle because it's unusual and old-fashioned game. Anyway, one night at the we were having our meal and our cards, and they were all muggles, and they said, "Explain karma to us." Okay. So I thought, and I said, all right, well, pretend that karma is a little red wagon that you're pulling around behind you. And you can choose to fill it with bricks through bad deeds, or flowers through good deeds. And upon your crossing from this life to the next, you have to haul the red wagon with you. Do you want it to smell nice and be very light and easy to drag across? Or are you going to try to hoy a whole karma wagon full of bricks?
A ton of bricks.
And after that night, my one friend, who really...
Still ain't got it, to be fair.
every time he did something, he'd just go, yeah, I know, thump.
He's still a work in
He's still
progress.
filling the bricks in the karma wagon.
Spectacularly, bless him.
But that's what he's
his
talking
life.
about, that little... Because, how do you explain karma if the person isn't on that wavelength at all? But it is good karma to be kind.
Cass has a is a pinochle. Oh God, it's spelt really weird. There you go. It's like, how do you say that? Pinocchio? That's pinochle, isn't it? I still have my pinochle
Cheat sheet.
Pinochle, such a great game. I haven't played in a lifetime. Oh, hey.
Oh my gosh, we're going to have a
I'll do the
sleepover.
snacks. I'll do the snacks. I don't expect me to play pinochle. I'm just a disaster at it. So
I love
no, I can do
Well,
that.
people get freaked when they see the cards because it's double ace, double 10, double king, double queen, double jack, double 9, nothing below that. No 8s and lower, and it's 2 of each. And it's like 3 games in one, because the first game is bidding, kind of like bridge. And then the second part is melding, kind of like canasta. And then the third part is trick-taking, kind of like war. But it's really involved.
Yes, it is. I'm no card shark.
And
It's not my gig.
It was my dad's favorite game, and we used to play every Monday night because Poppy needed some company. And yeah, my dad's been dead 20 years, so it's been quite a long time since I played Pinochle as well. I believe it or not, I found a free app on my phone that I can play.
You're always cursing out your partner on the app, though.
There are 3 I'm playing with. They're not real people. It's 3 computer generated hands, and they make some of the most stupid moves sometimes, and I don't know. I just think, why? After I see what my partner plays, I think, why did they not send me that in the passing? It's because it's radio. We play radio partners.
Radio.
Anyway.
Radio? I don't know what you're talking about. Gosh, Victoria says, I keep my karma wagon light and pretty. If a brick is added, I find a way to remove it or dissolve it. Yeah, I'll build a wall somewhere with it.
And hi, Satch Girl. Yes, you can remove the bricks and
build a nice retaining
better.
wall. Bricks are useful. Modular construction.
But I figured I'd use that analogy because in that faith where we find karma, the idea is in that Eastern philosophy, when you pass over, you simultaneously feel all of the emotions that you've created, right? All of the sadness, all of the joy, all of the hate, all of the love. You simultaneously experience all of that upon your passing, and you want to make sure that the love and the joy overwhelm the bad, or you may not have the best experience passing. That's like, the Reader's Digest version, so there's a lot more to it. But anyway, no thumping. Put flowers.
Put flowers. Put flowers. Oh, gosh.
Your tea's going to be defective soon. It's going to be empty.
Yeah, it's cooling off. It's been been on nearly an hour now. So,
All right.
I mean, that's cool. Oh gosh.
Using for a new
walkway, a path. Yes, you could build a yellow brick road, couldn't you? If the bricks were yellow. And that's you. It's funny, this bricks. What's this coming? Just before we came on, Lisa she trawls through sometimes, because we are building Celtica. That's what we're working on.
Right.
So we need like interior fittings and all sorts of stuff. So she's always looking for stuff that could come in handy.
The building that we already put up on the property that we own is for people to come and stay for classes. People that are coming from England, Europe, wherever they're coming from. There's 2 apartments. So I've been trolling Facebook to furnish the apartments, and I've found 2 twin beds, No, I still have to buy mattresses. But we thought that, in the bigger room, people could have one king bed or two twins. And is that what you were going to say? And I found some chairs and different furnishings.
So this morning, do we need any pavers?
Well, I don't know what you're doing outside.
It's a whole load of bricks. Paving bricks. So
no,
there you go.
I always check the marketplace and the free places because, one man's garbage is another man's glory. And I don't mind scrubbing something and painting it and fixing it, So we have the 2 apartments to furnish, and I've got table and chairs for both, and yeah.
We've been
slowly getting on with it. And the gardens.
I got to get on with some building materials though.
The kitchen gardens. If you're following the barn renovation, you're going to start to see. We've put in garden beds, and we've been planting, and.
There's a lot taking shape. You have to understand our the building of T Nodva series is a little behind. We're up to, I think,
August last year,
just into September of last year now, and there's a lot happened since then. But we've pretty much tried to document everything, but it takes us a while to put it together. So if you haven't checked out the building of T Nodva, check out that series. Well, I think that was episode 13.
Right, and you'll see that it's like nothing's happening, and now things are really going to start to happen because we're up to August, September, and it was November when the new building went up, and then the gardens have gone in the spring, and our 20 little chicks arrive next week because they're part of the sanctuary gardens. So this year we put in 11 raised beds, and we have 70 grow bags because the idea is to get to a point where we're able to grow food for farm to table to feed everyone. So the eggs will be part of that. And I've had chickens now for about 4 years.
Wow, really?
Miss Lily is the oldest.
We've had Lily 4 years.
We've had Lily since 2019. We got her before the pandemic, right?
She turned out to be a wonderful
She's such
mummy.
a lovely mom, and I will post some pictures of Lily's chicks. They're 3 weeks old tomorrow. They're lovely. And then next year we will get bees, so we'll have honey and wax.
You're on your own there.
And, he's a little nervous about the bees.
If you see me covered in welts, you'll know what happened.
No. We have this
I've never tried apiary.
Well, we both have this thing that when we're outside and a bee comes around, if you get really scared and nervous, they're going to pick up on that energy. So, but basically what we do is we just stop and say, not a flower, I'm not a flower, I'm not a flower, until they fly off.
It's the yellow jackets that got attitude.
Oh, no, I don't like those kind of bees.
They're not bees.
No,
No.
I'm talking about honeybees.
So Gilda reckons we're Jack and Jane of all trades.
If you only knew, when we sit down and write out our skill set, between us, it's really
It's a bit Flayflow-Guffus, isn't
it?
It's
a bit entertaining, right? Like, you think we're legit musicians, right? Anton plays keys like nobody's business, and I have a 5-octave range.
You're going to have to show me where middle C is. I haven't played in that long.
I've been in retail since I was 16. So all of those kind of marketing, management, all those things. He writes computer software, bespoke code. Then we're both psychics and Wiccan clergy and authors and and pinochle players.
I don't play pinochle. Samaj used to keep these too. Well, there you go.
Oh,
I used to
awesome.
tell folks the same thing. Just send them love and tell them the bees, not a flower. This is
exactly, that's what we do.
Good words.
And I think speaking to the bees is an important thing. They're like a hive mind,
Wasn't when Her Majesty the Queen passed away?
They went
the royal
to talk to her
beekeeper
bees.
had to go and announce to the bees. There's something we don't realise. We've gotten like
the Isle of the Mighty is also the Isle of Honey, right? The Welsh were really revered for their honey. Anyway,
I love it, and that's it. An hour has just gone by like that. Bam! Who'd have thought it? We only thought we'll probably just be on for a very short time today because we've got a million and
nobody
one
will
things
show
to
up
do,
and
nobody's
everybody's on
going to show
vacation,
up.
blah, blah, blah.
But everybody's been saying some lovely things, so we can.
But please don't
feel
think
ourselves away.
Please don't think that me listing the things that we do is from a place of ego. Each of those things we really had to knuckle down and work at, right? To get that extra octave, to try to understand how to do that. It's like trying to learn how to drive a car. You have to, what you get out of it is what you've put into it. And that's why we're so determined to leave this legacy. Celtica is so important to us for many, many reasons. First and foremost, because it will be 30 acres of land that is preserved. It will not be developed.
Won't turn into some,
But also, all
whatever.
of the things that we teach will be able to continue to be taught. And our life's work won't die with us, So there's just layers and layers of reasons why we really want to have that place for people.
There is.
A library where people can come and do research. A place where people can take classes and learn about how to preserve and save seeds and work with animals and respect nature and themselves, What if there's no internet? What if there's no supermarket?
I mean, yeah, what the skill sets that I think we need to preserve, and it's not just skill sets; it's also preservation of attitude, for want of a better word. I mean, one of the things Lisa and I have both taken an oath is to preserve the path for those who would come after us, and to ensure that it stays accessible. And I'm not going to get all back political again, but we've got people trying to ban chuffing books, restrict the knowledge that people can do, try and write a total different narrative of history. Yeah.
Attack groups of people. It's just
marginalize people.
I think that's why I've been so sad is I'm not going to say that I'm an empath, but I will say that I am aware.
You must be devoid of feeling not to pick up on the...
And I have never
crap.
in my 60 years felt so afraid for people.
Yeah.
And I mean that mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
But we can redress the balance. We can be...
Right in the corner where you are.
Just by spreading love. Just by, not getting subsumed by the fear and division.
No, that's what I say. The shop is a place of safety. Come to the shop. It's a place of safety, right? If you need a place of healing, come hang out.
Yep, we have.
We're starting our tea party back.
Yes,
on Wednesday nights. I should say that because we're almost into that. So on Wednesday nights in June, except for the week that Danny has her class. So I think that's the 21st. I have to look. But anyway, Wednesday nights, we're having our live tea. We're gonna serve tea.
Real tea, real tea.
And it's $5.
Well, it's a minimum donation of $5.
And if you don't have $5 and you want to attend, then let us know and talk to us. But it's not going to be Zoomed or televised.
No, it's private.
It's not on the channel. It's a live tea. Wednesday nights, come and learn and participate and have some tea.
Yeah, and it's part. It's like camaraderie and
I think Sean's going to host the first one, but all of the different people who work are going to take turns.
Yeah, and it's a way to also, get your chops up in divination and get some validation and all that fun stuff. So we used to love doing it, and unfortunately things changed, didn't they?
Well, we want to get our lives back. We want to be able to have company and hug people and talk to people and
laugh. Anybody remember laughter?
And find the joy. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, spread the joy. Well, that's what we're trying to do.
So Witch's Tea is the place to be on Wednesdays?
It is. And, gosh, thank you guys for joining us. I want to shout out, and I don't know if Magickal still watching us, but you really need to check out the reading that we gave for the week. I think you joined us later on, so I think it's really applicable to you, given what you were
Wednesday evenings, I think 6:30 to 8 I know I didn't write it down, so I'm not prepared. My
Something
brain
like that.
can't hold it. I've had a data dump where I need a fragmented disk replacement or something.
See, you need your hard drive defragmented. Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
But
all
Wednesday
solid-state drives
evenings, I think it's 6:30 to 8.
It probably is, but if you want to know for sure, just give the store a ring. You can do them right now. They're right. Just turn up sometime on Wednesday evening.
yeah.
You'll be all right, you know.
No, I'll put an event up for it. So I have to put up that event, and I have to put the link.
To Celtica. We'll put
those
that,
two links up
we'll
for
put
you.
that in there. In fact, while you keep talking, I will put the link in the chat. How about that? Why don't I do that?
No, I think it'd be better to put it in the comments.
I'll
later.
put it in the comments later. All right, I'll put it in the comments later.
And remember, you have light. You are the light. Seek the light.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Have
So-
a great week.
Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We didn't think we were going to be on the whole hour, and we're 5 minutes over. So that is the way it goes.
It's the way it goes. It's
It's
all
the way
good.
it goes. Now we must go garden.
I'm going to plant out the onions today.
I like onions. Me. I'll make a wicked curry with onions. That's to be true.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, guys.
All right, thank
we love
you.
We love you.
Peace
The small
and blessed
pieces.
be.
Blessed and spare a thought for Celtica and tell your friends. All right, we'll put the links in later.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.